Welcome everyone. I'm Mike Hollis, a trustee for SaltTree.art, and I want to thank you for joining our Midwinter Celebration. SaltTree.art is an environmental arts organization creating rich community spaces that unite arts and ecology in unexpected, educational, and inspiring ways, and we're excited for this space to celebrate together. This winter, SaltTree.art has been raising awareness on 4 different ecological topics with our BringstoLight project. The votive lanterns that project participants have received are each accompanied by different calls to action on ocean health, forest conservation, pollinator protection, and art and science unity. Tonight, we'll be showcasing each of these topics with stories from our community and by highlighting some of SaltTree.art's work. Thank you to all of the friends of SaltTree.art that have contributed to this celebration, and thank you to everyone that has donated and joined the BringstoLight campaigns. I invite you to learn more about our work at SaltTree.art and to become a supporter through the BringstoLight project page. Midwinter, also called Imbolc or Candlemas, is a halfway mark between the beginning of winter and the start of spring, and is generally the coldest time of year for us in the Northern Hemisphere. So, we wish you warmth and safety, and please enjoy tonight's Midwinter Celebration.
I think climate change is going to be the crisis, well, for our time, and of course for her time. And any way we can engage her outside, any way we can promote the health of forests for animals and for really life everywhere.
And to give her an appreciation of nature and for her to care about her world and her environment too.
Yeah. It starts here as something fun, but it's really the most important question there is.
She can't be in school right now, but we take her outside and it's like nature is her classroom. She gets to explore and do all kinds of sensory things like eat ice and snow and jump in the water. It's definitely been great for her mentally and for us too. We find art everywhere, right?
Yeah, in our yard we've kind of just let it go. We haven't manicured. We don't throw down much grass seed, and it's been really great to see extra deer come through more than years past. A couple of weeks ago we had a bobcat come through for the first time I ever saw one. So to let nature truly be wild and to see the animals and to build this pollinator pathway has been a neat experiment just right here in our own backyard.
Our oceans produce half of the world's oxygen and absorb more than 50 times as much carbon dioxide as our atmosphere. Our health is intimately and inextricably linked to the health of the ocean. But climate change, overfishing, and plastic pollution threaten our oceans and the millions of unique species that live in them. Here are a few ways you can help keep plastic out of the ocean. Swap out that disposable water bottle for a reusable canteen. Bring your own reusable bags whenever you go shopping. Bring your own cutlery and food containers for leftovers and takeout. Replace those prepackaged snacks with bulk goods and fruit. They're nature's candies. Avoid petroleum-based products. Instead, choose products made from recycled and renewable resources, like bamboo. Opt for more sustainable packaging whenever possible. And pressure your lawmakers to place the burden of recycling costs on the plastic producers. This is called End Producer Responsibility, EPR, and it encourages manufacturers to choose more sustainable materials for their products and packaging. A 2018 study found that there's 79,000 tons of ocean plastic comprising the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. A full 46% of that mass is fishing nets. Industrialized fishing as it exists today threatens marine ecosystems with the waste it pollutes and the destructive techniques it uses to catch fish. You can make a difference by switching to a plant-based diet. But if you are going to eat fish, choose fish that are low on the food chain and caught or raised using methods with the lowest environmental impact. You can also help the ocean by conserving water. The less water we use, the less water gets diverted from rivers, bays, and estuaries, which helps to keep the environment healthy. Water conservation can also help to reduce the need for wastewater treatment, which often has negative consequences for local ecology and ocean life. Here are a few strategies to help limit your water usage. Turn your tap off while shaving or brushing your teeth. And turn your shower off while lathering up with soap. Install dual flush or low flow toilets. Install a rain barrel for watering your outdoor native drought-tolerant plants. Plant a rain garden or work with your neighbors to petition your city government to install infiltration basins and bioretention planters. These help to conserve water and improve water quality. And lastly, adopt a plant-based diet. Water conservation studies indicate that it takes 6 to 26 times more water to produce 1 pound of beef compared to a pound of tofu. By reducing your consumption of meat and other animal products, you can save precious water supplies. One of the biggest threats to our oceans is ocean acidification. Ocean acidification occurs when the pH levels of the oceans decrease in response to the increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. The impacts of ocean acidification could be enormous, collapsing food webs, corrosive water, dying coral reefs, and mass extinctions. One of the best things we can do to prevent ocean acidification is just to stop burning fossil fuels. The ocean connects us all. What we do on land impacts our streams and rivers and water systems that all lead back to the ocean. If we want to be better stewards of our ocean, we must learn to be better stewards of our land. Every choice we make has consequences for our ocean. What choices will you make today for a healthier ocean and a healthier planet?
Hello, I'm Matt McLoyne, and I'm an actor, musician, performer based in New York City. I've joined the Waggle Dance for a few years now, and as a result, I have gained an appreciation for the energy and the precision of what bees do. And personally, I'm also inspired by the symbiosis that they share with the plants that they touch. I want to thank SaltTree.art for what they do to foster creative spaces for change and growth, and wish everyone a safe and peaceful year.
Hi, welcome to Someone Organic Farm. I'm Michael.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Rob. And we're standing in front of this wonderful bee habitat built by Brian Saletta of SaltTree. Without bees, there's no food. And no food, we don't eat. Brian, thanks for helping to put food on the table.
So there's all kinds of native pollinators. There's moths, there's hummingbirds, and then there's obviously what most people think of when they think of pollinators, which are bees. And I think when most people think of bees, they're actually thinking of honeybees, and they should, because honeybees are incredible, and they've had a lot of attention in recent years, and they produce this amazing byproduct of honey. So farmers love them for that very reason. But there are actually around 4,000 species of native bees in this country, and they are really the true heroes when it comes to pollinators. So this year I had the opportunity to partner with Sun One Organic Farms to create a pollinator house. So they took me to the farm. They said you can use this greenhouse and you can use any of the materials on the farm, which was excellent because I like to work with found materials, and we came up with this project called Bees and Nutmeg. So what this project was to build a pollinator house for native pollinator species. That's mason bees, leafcutter bees, things like that. And look at like a way to make a pollinator house something that was going to be really attractive and relevant to the state of Connecticut. So we looked at the Waterbury Clock Tower, which is a Connecticut landmark, and we decided to build a pollinator house that looked like that. So first step was to clear out the greenhouse, which Sun One did, and then I came in and just started building. It was a pretty fun process, and a lot of it was figuring out what to do with the resources that I had available. What native invasives could I use to like maybe help clear out those species and then make them into nice pollinator spaces, and how the design was going to lay out together. What colors could I use that were just on the farm, and it was a really cool learn-as-you-go process because I knew what we wanted it to look like at the end, but you just don't really know. So after about a week, we ended up with a really cool structure. We put in the micro lights so we could light it up at night. Sun One actually had other artists bring some of their work in, so it was a winter walk-through garden, and the whole thing turned out absolutely beautiful. And what's so cool about it is it's built in two structures. The top half is the clock, but the bottom half is the home for pollinators. So using the invasive species that we found there, drilling holes in some of the logs, we made a place for these really cool and successful pollinators to call home.
Hello, we are Jen,
Cooper,
Ripley, and
Pickles.
Hi, I'm Pickles. We love SaltTree.art's learning resources, don't we, Ripley?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do we love most about it?
That it's so cool and crazy.
Yeah, it's so cool and crazy, and it's a really cool way to learn about the world through art. Do you like to do art?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like to do art? Yeah, I think the Poomper really likes to do art. Thank you, SaltTree.art, for everything you're giving us. We love you!
Bye!
Let me tell you something about a bird I know named Edward.
Wasn't it Sarah? Or no, I thought Ahmed, or wasn't it Esmeralda? No, Soon Lee or Raheem. You know, actually, it could have been Carla.
Edward rhymes with bird.
That-
Fine, Carla. It doesn't matter. The story's the same.
That's true to say.
She lived a long time ago.
Okay, actually, it was like 65 million years
I'm
ago.
trying to start the story.
You're-
Can I just?
You're right.
Is that okay?
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something about a bird I know named Carla. She lived a long time ago, flying large over the dinos. Omnivores, herbivores, T-Rex, and pterodactyls enjoying their status quo. Then on come the scale candles. One day they're munching away. Oh me, oh my, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's that asteroid in the sky.
The world turned upside down. Oh yeah, the world turned upside. Devastation covers the world. The whirling winds, ashes blanket the sky for sure. And then every single creature in 100-mile radius vaporized at once, and the rest hit the deck because a mega tsunami over 100 meters tall would crash hectic in every direction, and the surface of the earth would have a drastic rebirth. But give it time, give it time, give it time.
Time is on my side. Yes, it is.
Flora and fauna reduced to but a fraction, but you try to wipe them out and they just come back again. And you can block out the sun and burn the land, but it only takes a seed in the sand to make a plant, because little things can do big things and changes the world beneath your wings. You know, an asteroid just 6 miles wide is what led to nearly everything on planet Earth just dead.
What? It's a little dark, no?
It's dark, yeah, but that's what happened. That's the thing.
Sure, it happened, but that's nothing to the story.
Oh, no, of course not. No, the story doesn't actually end.
Well, this story will end, though, right? I have dinner plans, so.
Well, gosh, if you got dinner plans, you better get back to it, huh? Wasn't it? It was Carla.
Carla! Carla didn't know what hit. The life she loved, the life she knew. Now barren and lifeless, what the hell was she going to do? Through the dust and smoke, the outlook was bleak. But on she flew, adapting with raised beak. Searching for food, searching for meaning, the days go by until Carla spots, oh, a cute little seedling. Oh, what is this? Could this be? Rock turns into soil, the soil now ready for a pioneer species. Carla watches as the years fly by. Simple life begets complex, dropping seeds like we do mics till the world's a beautiful mess. Tweet, 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 and her hard-learned lesson from her babies to their babies about primary succession, yeah.
Hey, did you know they originally called World War I the Great War? Because they didn't know then that there would be another one.
James, is this relevant?
No, yeah, right? Because you just talked about primary succession.
I see what's happening. Hey, James, what comes next?
A secondary succession can be a bit of a blessing, adding to the sacrifices of the primary efforts to the point where you witness a Darwinian expression, keeping guessing which among the interweaving different species is ultimately deciding which species die or survive as this generation gets by on a case-by-case basis. This critter.
Not that one, not the green bud.
Yeah, the black one. Over time, the forest was stabilized, flowers grew, mammals too, insects of all kinds, and as the sun shone through between the leaves, you best believe we're overdue for a local tragedy.
Beautiful ginkgo tree, Carla's ascendant built his nest till one day fire burns it down, laying his home to rest. Julio flaps on arm with his ancestors' lesson. This land once barren is now super happening. This ginkgo is gone, but in its place, more room and more sun will make a nice home for a fresh type of fun. Oh, what is this? What do we see? A new flirty birdie attracted to the vacancy. Julio has a new friend who will help him fly high. The ashes of his old home pave the way for his birdie wife. A flood, a landslide, a fire, and eruption provides us with the more diverse ecosystem. Maybe hard to see the forest for the trees, but the tap just leads to more variety. A colorful community.
Hi friends, my name is Brian. I am one of the trustees for SaltTree.art, and I just want to take a moment to say thank you so much for joining us this evening. It has really been a cool program, not just tonight, but the entire Brings to Light campaign, to see the amount of energy folks have put into really taking to heart these calls to action. It's been really special. So thank you all so much for being a part of the program. If you have not already done so, I invite you to check out the SaltTree.art/brings to light page, SaltTree.art/brings-to-light. There you can see the 4 lanterns. You can see each one of those campaigns and all the different calls to action, some of which were highlighted here tonight. There's still more stuff out there, and it's all there for you to use. So check it out, spread the word, get those remote learning curriculums out there, get a handle on your carbon footprint, and let folks know how fun it is to make this stuff happen with art. Also check out the SaltTree.art webpage in general. There's all sorts of cool stuff up there. We've got a whole year of neat programming ahead of us, and of course, follow us on social media at SaltTree.art. Again, thank you all so much for joining us, and thank you to everyone who helped create some of the content for tonight's festival. It's really been incredible, and I love you all so much for doing it. I hope you're having a fantastic winter, and I wish you all the best. Stay warm out there.